My name's Jen, and I'm with Animation Station. You got Diana Bauer back there? Yeah. Hi, Mommy. Did you hear that? Yeah. Okay, good. I love it. Guys, thank you again for making this a priority. You're volunteering here at Southland. This is the way that you're plugged in. We've been talking to all the parents, like, when they go to big church, we've been talking to all the parents about how they can get plugged in. How cool that you guys have either followed their example or you're leading them. Because if you get involved, holy cow, then they'll say, well, maybe I should get involved, And really, Jesus calls us all to be involved. So I'm so proud of you and the choices that you've made to lead in the areas of which he's called you. And probably if you're here, it's because you've got a great smile. Show it to me. Yeah. You make people feel good about being here, but also you follow directions well. You know what? You don't have to have a total dance background, but you've got to be trainable. So coming here today says that you're trainable. Give yourself a pat on the back. Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, Jen's already kind of welcomed you guys here and told you a little bit about why you're here. But I just wanted to just tell you a couple quick things. One, we are extremely thankful that you guys serve. You guys are a huge part of the weekend. And it's hard for me to stress that because I know sometimes it feels like you're just coming in, leading some songs, and leaving. But just kind of give you an idea of why you guys are so important. On a weekend, when you come into this large group room, when we're planning it, we have two parts of the program. We have teaching and we have worship. You see the teaching, like you see we have storytellers up here and drama and actors that have rehearsed and I'll do all this stuff. That's only half, which means you guys are the other half. Everything that you do on stage is equal to everything that is taught on stage. There's a reason why that all these things that we do on a weekend, we call them worship services, and it's because they revolve around worship. So each and every week, don't ever think you're just coming just to get up on stage and sing songs or just to come up on stage and dance. You guys are hugely important. If you've ever been, for those of you that have been on stage and in worship, you can tell the difference between a weekend when the worship is really good and the worship is just kind of okay. And you can see it because the kids get super excited when the worship is awesome. And the kids don't get super excited when the worship isn't. So all that to say, not to put pressure on you, not to tell you, you guys got to step it up, nothing like that. Just simply to tell you guys you're important. Now, you're also going to look around and realize there are way more of you guys than there's ever been in the past. And there's a couple reasons for that. One, it used to be that you come on a weekend and there was maybe one of you guys. We've got one. The first reason for that is because we are currently a church of 2 campuses, soon to be a church of 3 campuses. So here tonight, we got some from Danville, we got some from Harrodsburg Road, and then some of you guys already know are going to be going to Richmond Road. So we have to have more worship leaders. One, because we have 3 campuses worth of worship leaders here tonight. The other reason is, the simple fact is, the more people you get up on stage doing worship, the more energy is, and the more excited people get out, the kids out there doing worship. So we want you guys here. And I know Jen's been talking, Diana's been talking to you. If you have friends who like to dance or would love to get up here, we want you to bring them. We want you to invite them here. We really can't get enough of you guys. One, because you guys are awesome. We're pouring into you guys to let you know how we want more of you guys. So all that to say, I'm not going to stand up here and bore you forever, but all that to say, you guys are super important. I know sometimes you don't get a lot of time on the weekend for rehearsal because we're running through storytelling stuff. A lot of that is simply because you guys are really good. And we know that you know what you're doing. And so we'll get you up on stage to run songs a few times, but we know for a fact that you guys know what you're doing. So we have to spend time with the storytellers that don't really know what they're doing, especially when the storytellers are us. So thank you guys. I'm going to ask Diana to come up here. She is going to be the one that is going to bore you with all the details. But she's also way more energetic than me. So,
Hello, everyone. I'm Diana. So we all had our little ditty that we get to talk about, and mine is expectations. So this is the semi-fun, semi-boring logistics type stuff, but it's very important for a weekend to make sure that it runs smoothly and that everybody's on the same page. So, do we have handouts for them? Awesome. Why, thank you, Jen. Okay. Number one expectation for us, worship folks, is be on time. And to show how important it is that we be on time, we were paying attention to actually who arrived here on time first, and that was Juliana. Yay, Juliana, Frank. So we have a gift for you at the end for showing us how to be on time. So for here at Harrodsburg Road, that means our rehearsal starts at 4:30 sharp. So you need to be here at 4:30 on Sunday at 7:45 because we start our rehearsals right at 8 o'clock. If you are one of those people, especially while you're here on the weekend, I know a lot of people end up staying in the room, but it's great to wear a watch when you're here. So if you are in a room, you know when you need to get back. So we can always say to you throughout the service, hey, we'll need you back in 10 minutes, and then you know. So it's a good gauge for you guys when you're here on a weekend to make sure you have some sort of clock, either use your phone or watch or something like that. Okay, for Danville, that means you need to be at worship rehearsal at 8:30. And hopefully you can stay and do both services, because that's what we're shooting for. Okay, come prepared to lead. This means that when I or Jen or Shannon sends out your reminder email or your lesson for that weekend that you're serving, that you actually get on there and you click and you see what songs we're doing that weekend, because that's how I do it. I don't know if Jen types it out. And you go to the blog and make sure you know the motions correctly. And if you don't know that song, you memorize the motions. So that way when you guys get to rehearsal, we're not worrying about learning something, so takes the stress away. And all we're worrying about is making sure everybody's together and synchronized and staging looks great and placement looks good and the lights hit you just right so you can glow and shine when you're on stage. Okay. And we even have the Southland blog website for you guys on your little sheet. Stay busy while you're here. We would love it if you would help out with the kids. The kids would love it because for them, you're the big stuff. So when they see you come in the room, they are just uber excited to have you there. And they know that, oh my goodness, this must be a really cool place to be if all these big kids want to be here too. So feel free to go into the classrooms if you're here and help out. Obviously talk to me or Jen or whoever your producer is that weekend. Let them know where you're going to be. If you want to stay in the back, that's no problem at all. But bring something to do with you. Bring a book or a game, like on your phone or something, because backstage we have our own area, and that is your area, which is awesome. But the props, and in K2, the groups, and then upstairs we have tech stuff, those are not ours to play with, okay? So we need to make sure our hands stay out of those areas at all times. Also, another side note, for the area that you're in, your little green room, is that what it's called? I always say the wrong thing. That's yours, so make it your home. You know, that's where all your stuff goes when you get here, so you don't ever have to worry about losing it while you're out here. Drinks and everything go back there because we don't want anything on the tech booth, stuff like that. And also make sure that you leave it better than you found it for the next bunch of girls on the next weekend, because that shows respect here at the church. All right. Before you leave for a weekend, or if you're an older girl, middle school and up, and you are allowed to leave your environment to go, I don't know, get a snack or whatever, make sure you tell the producer, not just some random person or leader, that you are leaving, because we need to know where you are at all times. Because I may be on with Abigail, and Abigail runs to get a snack, and I'll go, oh, this kid is having a really hard time today. Abigail would be perfect for him, and I'm running around looking for Abigail, and she's not there. So not to pick on you. I was just using you as an example. So it's great to know where you guys are at all time, and once again, if you're wearing a watch, I can say, hey, be back in 5 minutes, that one will start. Great. Okay, and you can go. All right? For all our younger gals, you get to stay in the room, so bring a snack. I know some of my older girls in the elementary, you guys are kind of all the same ages. In preschool, we've got some older kids with some younger kids, but this even works if you're in an environment in the classroom with kids. We want you guys to be mentors to these girls. We want you to show them what it's all about to be a worship leader here at Southland. So when you're here and you've got your worship shirt on and you're walking around the church or you're walking in these rooms, you're representing Southland and what that means. So your attitude and your behavior, people are watching you. So you need to make sure everything is positive and uplifting and encouraging, and you're really setting a good example and being that role model to these kids that we need to be, okay? All right. For our younger ladies, we are so excited you're here, but that's why these big girls are here. They're here to help you out and show you the ropes, and so you feel free to follow them and do exactly what they do. That's what we want for you guys. So that's also a challenge to our older girls. They're watching you, so be careful what you do, okay? All right, I think that's it. Oh no, I missed a whole big section. Never mind. Okay, appropriate attire while we are here at Southland doing worship. First off, you should have your worship shirt on, the green one. And for those, yes, I see one, very good. And wore the shirt. I know some people asked me and I told them no, so it's no big deal. I know a lot of girls, if they're too big, especially for our little bitty ones, and you guys tie it in the back, that's totally fine with me. But make sure you wear a cami underneath, so when you're raising your arms or you're turned around and it's tied in a knot, we're not seeing back or belly or anything like that. We want to make sure we're fully covered. As far as shorts go, no short shorts at all, okay? It's not okay when we're on stage. These are still considered short shorts. If I can touch my leg, that's not good. Or touch my skin. We don't want to touch skin at all with our shorts. So if when in doubt, wear pants, okay? Shoes, I know, you guys know some of these motions are tricky and we're getting down or we're spinning around and stuff like that. And it's really hard to do that in shoes, especially in the summer with our flip-flops on, we spin right out of them. So don't worry about wearing shoes when you are on the stage. We are totally okay with you not wearing shoes. The second your feet get off the stage and you go back, we need you to put them back on. 2 reasons. 1, you will step on something because they do lots of stuffs in these rooms during the week. And 2, if you see these kids come out and see you all barefoot, guess what happens? They all take their shoes off. And then us as the leaders have to tie 20 pairs of shoes. So we don't want that. Now, for the fun motion parts, we want big, strong, cheerleader, sharp motions. That includes if your arms are up, they are all the way up. If they are down, they are locked straight, fist blades, feel like you're a UK cheerleader and then go all out. So whenever I'm talking to people, I'll say, if your level of enthusiasm is up here, they're only going to get to here. So imagine if you're only doing it to here, they're way down here, and that's not what we want. We want to show them how fun and exciting it can be to worship. So let's get way up here. That includes our faces. So your motions could be so sharp, and you can be spinning and doing it perfect. And if you look like this, they're going to be like, what is wrong with that girl? They will not know. But if you are smiling and singing along, they will be so much more inclined to join in too. So sing along, that actually helps. If you're smiling that whole time, your cheeks will start to hurt. So if you sing the whole time, it's a lot better. And they get more involved because they want to learn the words too because they know that you know the words. So I don't know if we want to go over specific examples. I don't think so. Okay. All right, are we ready to break up? Is everybody clear? Does anybody have any questions? I know that's lots of stuff. That's why we gave you a handout. Please do. I know we are going to, whatever we've said up until now, we have a video that we're going to video and put either on our worship blog or you can email us and get a link so that if you know, hey, my sister couldn't come because she was sick, you guys can go home, click on that link, and then they can hear everything that we've heard because we want you guys to feel like you're one team and that we're all on the same page so that way you guys can hold each other accountable as well and we can raise the bar of expectation. Okay?